Hi, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I made these tasty strawberry turnovers. I'm going to start off by making my creme patissiere, so let's jump straight into it. I'm going to start off by adding 2 cups of whole fat milk to a pot. Next I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. You can also use a vanilla pod for this. Now I'm just going to place this on the hob and bring this to a boil on medium heat. As soon as I see this come to a boil, I will be removing from the heat and putting aside for later. Now I've just taken a mixing bowl and I'm just going to be adding 6 egg yolks. Next I will be adding in 140 grams of granulated sugar. I'm just using a balloon whisk to mix all of this in together. I'm going to mix this in until I get that light fluffy texture, and it should look something like this. So now I'm taking around 35 grams of cornstarch and I'm just going to add this to my egg and sugar mixture. I'm just going to take my balloon whisk and mix this all in together. Once this is all nicely mixed in together, I will be taking my vanilla and milk mixture and I am going to slowly start adding this into my egg yolk and sugar mixture. It's very important that your milk has cooled down before adding this in. So I have just added 1 cup and I'm just going to give this a good mix. Now that's nicely mixed in, I'm just going to add another cup of milk. Now I'm just going to add in all the remaining milk. And I'm just going to give everything a really good mix. Once this is all nicely mixed in, we are going to place this back on the hob. Now my saucepan is back on the hob. I need to ensure that I am mixing this at all times because this will thicken up really fast. I would say this usually takes around 5 minutes. The reason we continuously mix this is so that it doesn't turn lumpy and we keep that smooth texture. As you can see, this is slowly starting to thicken up. So it's very important that I keep stirring. As you can see, it's just suddenly turned very, very thick. And like I said, this process happens really sudden. Now I've removed this from the hob. I'm just adding in 1 tablespoon of butter. This is going to give our cream that beautiful, shiny, glossy look. I'm just going to mix this in until it's all melted. Now our creme patissiere is complete. You can see that nice glossy shine to it. I'm just going to put this aside to cool down and I'm going to make a start on my puff pastry. To save on time, I'm not going to be making my own puff pastry, but I've got some shop bought one here. So I've rolled this out and I've managed to get 6 squares out of this, and then I've folded them over to make triangles. I've just made some egg wash, which is basically 1 egg to 1 teaspoon of milk. I've mixed this in and I'm going to be brushing this over my pastry. So I'm just going to lift this pastry up and I'm going to brush along the sides, and this is going to help seal the pastry together. Then you want to close it, and you also want to brush your egg wash over the top of your pastry. Now I'm making the start on the next one, and you just want to repeat this process until you've done the same with all of them. All of the ingredients will be listed below in the description box. I will also add all the steps in the description box as well. Once I've finished brushing my egg wash onto the pastry, I will be adding these into my oven. My oven is preheated and these will be going in the oven on gas mark 7 for around 15 minutes. If you will also be using shop bought pastry like I am, it's best to use the cooking instructions on the back of the packaging, as this can vary depending on what brand you're using. These are pretty much ready now, and I'm going to pop these in the oven, and I will see you shortly. My pastry is ready now. I've just taken it out the oven. I'm just going to allow these to cool down for around 10 minutes, and I'm going to start filling these. So you want to take one of your pastries and a knife, and you just want to slice it down like I am right here. You don't want to take it all the way through, you just want to create a pocket. Now I'm just going to repeat this process with all the other ones. Once this is complete, you want to take a piping bag and add your creme patissiere to it. I will also be adding some jam to my turnovers. I have just taken some jam and warmed it up in a bowl, just so that it's easily spreadable onto your turnovers. I'm also going to be adding some fresh strawberries. You just want to slice these down the middle. Once you have assembled all your turnovers, you can dust on some icing sugar, then serve and enjoy.